Yo, what is going down, y'all? This is Tom Moore from the Millie Club coming at you live with another sharpening video here from Portland, Oregon. It is Tuesday, January 16th at 6:21 p.m. We're going to do some sharpening. We just started the live stream before this, and I had to end it because all my shit got disconnected from my computer. So we deleted that one and we're starting over. During that one, we mounted this Bestech, this Tanto Bestech, in the Hapstone RS. Hapstone RS is a fantastic little system. I'm really having fun with it. It's $200, good to go. You just have to add stones. I'm using Hapstone premium CBN stones that I swear by. They're worth every penny. They really do make your edges fucking sing. So we got it mounted up. Let's put some tape on it. The heel on this one, as long as tape's on, it's no big deal. Yes, Canon.
Now can I have chocolate milk?
Okay, a second.
Okay.
I'm making a video. So there isn't much of a sharpening trail on this. Kind of like there is barely. So we're basically taping to the very end of the edge. Right when it ends, we're taping because right after that, we have to kind of control to make sure we don't nick the ricasso. Okay, so blade, tighten it a little bit more. Okay, marker the edge. This one's been used, it feels like. It looks like it's got a chip in the edge on the primary bevel. Tanto on this one is very steep angle. It's kind of cool. It's like a pry bar almost. Okay, now let's find the angle. Nothing to hit. We're good to go. Too low. Too low. It's kind of easy to do this. This adjuster seemed kind of ghetto at first. All you do is you unscrew this and the rod goes up and down. It honestly doesn't feel very secure, to be totally... I'm going to get it centered. There we go. It doesn't feel like it's going to work as well as it does, but all it is just holds this stupid little rod up. It's fine, but it's really easy to adjust. Okay, I think we're at our close to the right angle. Check the other side. See what angle we're at. So you zero it on this. Zero it here. Put the arm up. Slap it on there. Get yourself a magnetic angle cube because you can just set it like this. So we're basically a little shy of 22 degrees. So we're going to take it up to 22 degrees using the micro adjuster at 21.7. So let's go up to 22. Okay, we're at 22 degrees. Remember that number. Make sure we're still good. Okay, now we're going to sharpen. We got to get this chip. It's not really a chip. It's like a dent in the edge. So we don't really need to bring the angle up and work it. We're just going to try to work it at 22 degrees and see if we can get it out. Just doing this for now. If we have to go up to a higher angle, then we'll figure it out. Making sure not to roll the stone on the tip. This thing's got a very sharp point where it's like, I don't know, like 75 degrees where the frickin' Tanto takes off. Okay, now we're going to do the heel. Be really careful. Tape should keep us from sharpening anything we shouldn't be, but just be careful, pay attention to what you're doing. give her a flip. We got a little bit of a burr, not much. Yeah, we got a burr on part of the edge. The D2 steel, it's not hard to be off by a little bit and just profile it to what we want. Pretty even edge though. So this is going to be a working edge. We're trying to do this. I'm trying to do this in cheap because this is just a budget knife, and he sent me a bunch of budget knives, so I'm trying to whip them out fast and just do working edges as much as possible. So yeah, my rate sheet says the cheapest edge I do is $25. I'm trying to do it cheaper for some stuff that I can go fast on. So this is going to be a cheaper knife. There's a little more on the side. Being careful at the heel, making sure we get this bump out in the middle of the edge. Let's flip it. Check for a burr. Feels like we have a burr on the other side. Yeah, we have a burr. Let's check this bump out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this out. It's not a chip. It's a dent in the edge. I don't think I can. Fuck it. Let's try it. Let's raise this up a couple degrees. That dent is still there. Didn't come out at normal sharpening. So we're going to go up to, let's see what this is. Like 25 degrees. So we'll go up 3 degrees. And we're going to work that just that spot. And to do that, I'm going to take a marker and draw where that spot is so I don't lose track and I don't over sharpen everything else. So I'm marking where that spot is on the edge, on the blade, on the big bevel. And we're just going to work there. This is a dead straight edge, so I can't just like take material out of one spot. Because if this had a belly on it, you can fuck around with taking material off because it blends in. This is a straight edge, which means if I take material out of the middle to get rid of this bump, it won't be straight. So I have to take material off the whole edge if I'm going to take material off. I'm just trying to get this bump out, but let's see if this kind of straightens it out at least. See if this like kind of bends the edge back into shape if it's at a higher angle than the bevel. It kind of is going away. Kinda. Let's see what's going on. What type of stones and where do you purchase them? I 110% highly recommend Hapstone Premium CBN. There's CBN and there's Diamond. CBN gives a more mirrored finish than Diamond. They cost more. But Hapstone Premium CBN set from Hapstone Direct. They ship from Ukraine. They'll take about 2 to 3 weeks to get here. Totally worth it. They kick the shit out of Benev stones, which are also expensive. Those stones are $80 a piece. I suggest getting just the 150 and the 400 to start with if you're learning, or if you're ready to go and want to do mirrors, then buy the set that they have, this pre-put together set. That's the progression you want. You are a knife sharpening fool, getting alerts all day. This is yeah. This is like the second time today. I had to go live a minute ago, and then I had to end it because my shit got disconnected. So technically third live, but I deleted the other one. Okay, let's work this edge just a little bit more. We're about done. The bump is kind of coming out at the higher angle. Just kind of bending it back into place. It is weird when you work with steel. It kind of does things that you don't expect when you're sharpening. Like, stuff just kind of works. Okay, the bump is mostly gone. You can barely feel it. Okay. That was fun fixing that. So now let's go back to 22 and do this again real quick. It won't be too bad resharpening it. At 22 degrees right there. So essentially we're sharpening at a higher angle. We were eating away at our apex. And so now our apex doesn't match the rest of our edge. So we have to re-apex this thing. So resharpen it. Not a big deal. I don't mind resharpening shit if it comes with better results. I couldn't leave this edge with a big bump in it. He didn't even mention it. It just got a bump. It's like someone dented the edge and it didn't break. It just kind of flattened it. This sharpener is pretty legit. I'm not going to lie. I'm really enjoying the sharpener. It's fun. Underrated quality of sharpening. Fun factor. It has a high fun factor, I would say. Let's do one more, and then we'll go to 400 and call it a day. Oh, yeah, it's a Tanto. We have to do their end. Duh. Okay, 400 grit. This is be real quick. We want this to be a working edge. We want it to be super aggressive. So we don't need to like go nuts on anything past this. This is all we need is 400 grit. Is more than sufficient. All we're trying to do is reduce the size of the burr right now. Okay, last pass, and then we're going to call this beautiful. Okay, all good there. We're sharp. Now we got to figure out how to do this Tanto. And Tantos aren't hard, but this one's angle is very steep. So what we're going to do, the idea is you always want your edge to be as parallel to the jaws as possible. But the reason is because the way that the arc of this swings on a guided system, we're going to try to mount it so it's parallel to this line, this imaginary line. Since it's so steep, I can't mount it exactly there, but I can mount it kind of like halfway out. And this is off center now, but it's still kind of in the swing line of this parallel. This is about as much as I can slant it. Yeah, that's the handle touching the. Ow. Yeah, that's maxed out because there's the handle. So we're gonna tighten it right there. Typically Tantos I do at the same angle, front and back, or tip and primary, but let's see what this is first before I try doing that. I'm just going to set this by marker. I'm not going to set it by angle. Okay, moving it up. Okay, let's see what this angle is. And it's about 22 degrees, so we're going to call it 22 as well. So both the bevels are the same. Let's give it a quick sharpen. Pop our 150 back in. This guy, pop that guy back in. Let's remarker this edge. Flip to the presentation side. Okay. I'll sharpen this tip. Be careful not to roll the stone in two directions. So you can roll it on the top or the bottom. You just want to keep it nice and light without putting pressure on the stone when it rolls off the tip or the transition. That's all we need to do. It's just a couple passes like that. Okay, we got a little burr. Let's just do it one more pass. We got a burr. Sharpen that shit off. Good to go. .400 grit. Since this is a Tanto, we're gonna as straight edge. I'm gonna sharpen. We're gonna strop this by hand. It doesn't need to be stropped on the machine. Okay, we're all done. Okay, now we're gonna give a wipe down, take the tape off, give it a quick strop on a paddle strop at 6 microns. If I can find my paddle strop where I put it. Okay, paddle strop. Let's find the angle, 20 degrees. Find the angle. We're just trying to get the burr off. We're not trying to polish this or anything. This is the last step to getting something sharp, though, is you have to make sure you don't have any burr left. So tip. Okay. Let's take a piece of paper. Okay, primary sharp, and then the tip is always hard to cut with the tip, but let's see if we got the tip sharp or not. I think we have more work to do on the tip. It's not cutting very well. Primary cut's fine. Feels sharp. Let's try to see if we just have a burr stuck on it. Paper is kind of all crinkled up and wet too. Threw a lot of printer paper. There you go. I'll probably rework the tip. It needs some more. Yeah, tip needs to be reworked. But there we go. There's my mark from where the chip and the low spot on the edge was. So we kind of took this one back to life. Let's get the tip sharp while I'm working on it. I always like get to this point and then I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it later. But we're here now. Let's just get it done. Do it right. Get it sharp. Tip's not cutting like I want. So that's what I test. Sometimes it just sucks. So we're gonna clamp it like this again. I guess I can move these clamps somewhere if I wanted to, but they need to stay in the center. Okay. Yeah, I can.
Oh, and I might go get chocolate milk and really full.
After I finish this. That's Tiffany. Okay, reset this to 22 degrees again. I guess we just didn't sauna it enough. Okay, we're good. Set up at 22 degrees. Let's go back to our 150 and let's create a burr again on this thing. I don't know why it's not cutting, but that's why we test. Sometimes my edges just something goes wrong. You never know. They do it long enough, or it didn't really apex it, or who knows. Shit happens though. Ain't a big deal. Okay. I think we have. We're just gonna do this a little bit more. We're gonna make sure this thing gets sharp this time. Ain't fucking around again. We're at the right angle. Definitely got a burr. Definitely got a burr in the middle at least. Yeah, we got a massive burr. Just trying to make sure whatever causes to not get sharp, we are past that point. We have a burr on the backside. Let's just reduce it a little bit. Okay. Now switch to 400 again. Really just trying to reduce the burr. I mean, it polishes a little bit, but that's not the goal. Just drop the tip while it's on here since that's easy. This one took a little bit longer than expected, but that's okay. Happens sometimes. Okay, let's drop it. It's a 3 micron strop on here at a slightly higher angle than it is sharpened at. So we're just going to leave it alone in the clamp. Trying to pull a burr off anything that's on this tip. Being very careful not to rip your leather. Really easy to rip leather on shit like this. I mean, I do it all the time. It just sucks. And eventually you have to replace your strap. It doesn't ruin it right away usually. Okay, all good. Let's see if this thing cuts or if I am a fraud or a phony. That's better. Still kind of hard to cut this angle because it's like straight. Now it's sharp. This angle's so funny to cut out. This tip is so square. Anyway, there we go. We sharpened this. A Bestech Tanto, 22 degrees to 400 grit on my Hapstone Premium CDN stones. Using the Hapstone RS sharpener. You know how I'm saying. Let's see what's going on in the comments. Do you prefer the Hapstone or the TS Prof? I prefer Hapstone as a brand. The TS Prof I'm more confident in using. There's some things I don't like about it, but it's pretty fucking great. I can get the same results on your system. I'm just more comfortable with the TS Prof, but I've been trying to force myself to use the Hapstone because it's a better system for the cost. So for $200, this fucking rules. I have 2 of these for the price of my my TS Prof. Dude, my right hand is so strong, Patrick. Don't even worry about it. Hi, Kinsley. What's that?
Yeah.
We're on YouTube, Kinsley.
I don't know.
Came in late. Got to rewatch this one because I'm trying to figure out how to sharpen my PM2 on the RS. Check out our YouTube channel. I got some other videos to RS up there. The biggest key factor, if you're trying to figure out how to set up. Yes, Kinsley.
I want my milk.
Okay, I'll get you more milk. Go away. Just a second. Just a second. Is to how you clamp it. You want the stone when you set it over here. Let's say here's your blade. Has that flat grind line at the ricasso. You want to take your stone and push it against the flat grind line so it scrubs against it and clamp there. That's the key for a clamp on a PM2. These are premium CBN. I'm interested in what the premium diamond looks like because they're a lot cheaper and more Tanto. Okay, we're gonna call that again. My daughter is demanding milk and she smells like she pooped her pants. So we're gonna call it good. Kinsley, just chill. Peace out. I'll be back again later. Bye.